The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and with me, I got a special guest. You know, he may not be the champ anymore, but he's a champ in my book. We always refer to him as a champion on True School Sports. We got
Mm.
Angelo Leo, one of the best 122 pounders in the world. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be back doing interviews.
Yeah, man. I get the honor and the privilege of being. I mean, am I the first one? I think I'm the first one.
Yeah, you are.
I'm the first one. So like,
Yeah.
God's blessed me with the chance to interview Angelo Leo after a tough
Mm.
fight with Stephen Fulton. So what I wanted to first ask you, Angelo, is after the tough loss against Fulton, just how are you feeling now that you've had time to reflect on the fight?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling anxious to get back in that ring. It's that like they say that boxing, once it's in your blood, it never gets out of you, and I'm itching to get back in that ring. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was pretty down for a little bit, about a month and a half. I was really down and out about that loss, but I took it on the chin, and I'm not gonna make no excuses. I know what I did wrong, and I'm gonna come back stronger and better.
Absolutely, man. That's all you can do is just take it on the chin and take your losses as you take your wins. So like with that fight, just getting right into it, not wasting any time. With Fulton, what do you feel went wrong that night when you were in the ring with them?
I felt like a lot of people were in my ear. It was my fault, because I didn't make the right adjustments in the fight.
Okay.
A lot of it was the preparation. I feel like I didn't prepare the same as I prepared for Tremaine Williams. We did a
Yeah.
little bit things different, and like they say, if it's not broke, why fix it? And so it wasn't broken, and we still try to fix it.
Yeah.
There are some things that I did not incorporate, and things that I should have done. A lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas.
Yeah.
But I'd say I could have used my jab a little bit more in that fight. I could have um been my own fighter. The fighter that I fought when I fought John Tabernau, when I fought him, when I fought Cesar Juarez.
Yeah.
That's Angelo that I need to bring back. And these next fights, I'll bring them back. A lot of people are telling me just put pressure, put pressure, put pressure. And if anybody knows me, you know, full on pressure is not my style. I'm a Mexican fighter, but like I throw in counters. I could throw in counters. I could box. I throw a lot of body shots, of course. But I got different looks, and that night it was just one set look.
Yeah. So see, so basically what I'm hearing is like you had a lot of people, different people in your ear telling you the same thing, which was just put pressure on folks and come in straight lines. And I mean you and there were certain things in camp that just you didn't do, which prevented you from being the Angelo that we were accustomed to seeing as you were progressing as a prospect and a champion, right?
Exactly, exactly. You pretty much summed it up right there.
Okay. Yeah, man. Cause like I remember going into the fight, one thing I was saying was like, yo, we're gonna get the Angelo from the Rocky Juarez fight. Cause I remember when you fought Tremaine Williams, like it was a very good performance and it was dominant
Mm,
performance, but I don't think it was quite like the Rocky Juarez fight. There was a difference, there was a slight difference. I don't know if you agree with me, but like I feel like there was a
mm.
slight difference in the intensity level that you fought with in the Rocky Juarez fight to the Tremaine Williams fight and then going to the Fulton fight. Would you agree or no?
Yeah, I would have to agree to a certain degree, but different fighters bring out different looks in me.
Yeah.
And with Cesar Juarez, he was a come forward fighter, and he played more into my hands. Tremaine was more of a slick, so I had to kind of press the action a little bit more. Um, and Fulton was a boxer, but he came in a little different this time. He threw in a little bit more pressure, and which my dad had told me. My dad had told me that if he might put pressure on me, and he might not want to box, and so you know that was on our mind, but that was on the back burner. That wasn't our main focus, was him for to put pressure. But he did, he did put pressure, and it was my fault for not making the right adjustments. Because everyone knows that I could do good angles and all, and I could and I should have implied that more.
Yeah. Well, look, it's good that you're recognizing it and that you're taking ownership of it, because now, as you're rebuilding yourself to get back into title contention, you can make those adjustments and you can mature into the fighter that I believe and that many people believe that you're destined to be.
Exactly, exactly. I know I have a, I know I could be champion once again, either 2021 or 2022. But one thing about me is I always have that champion mindset, and that never leaves.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, with Fulton specifically, like I remember the first couple of rounds, you got up to a really good
Mhm.
start and you landed. I remember
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was round 2 or round 3, but you landed like a bone crushing left hook. And normally when I watch Fulton fight, I've watched a lot of his fights, and I've never really
Mhm.
known him to be the most durable guy, but it seemed like he was able to withstand these like crushing body shots. Why do you think that Fulton was able to withstand the punches on the night? Is there a reason you think?
He could have. I do remember catching him with some good body shots. I also caught him with a good straight right hand that really rocked him. But he was he came prepared. He came in good shape. Um, that's all I could really say. Because I've seen him fight before,
Yeah,
and I've seen that he has trouble with body shots and he has trouble with the he's not the most durable on the chin.
that's right. Yeah.
And I seen that, and but that night, he came in a little bit more prepared for everything, and he did his thing.
Hey man, shout out to him, man. You know, he earned he earned the win. You know, we're not bad sports over here, but I know as me and you were just talking before we started the interview, a rematch
Mhm.
is definitely at the forefront of your mind.
Of course. I think Sugar Ray Leonard said it as well. You got to beat me twice if you want me to think that you really could beat me. You really beat me. So um, I would like the rematch, and I think there will be a different outcome this time, next time around.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments you make. So you're adopting the Sugar Ray Leonard mentality of you must beat me 2 times to really for you to really believe that Fulton is better than you.
Yeah, exactly. You got to beat me twice. To really for me to really give you my props. It's just the mindset, that a lot of fighters take. Not just me. I feel like sometimes the first time, it's not your night, but if it happens again, then he's the better man.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he was consistently the better man. It wasn't just a one-off thing.
Right.
Yeah. One, I don't know if you caught wind of this because I know you were off social media, like you probably weren't on social media as much because you were taking some time off, but like one
Mhm.
statement after the fight that kind of got my blood boiling a little bit was
Uh-huh.
Stephen Fulton after the fight. He said that he believes that if Tremaine Williams was in shape that he would have beat you. And then I saw on Tremaine Williams' Instagram that he screenshotted the article where he said that, and he was like, "I see no lies." I don't did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I was
Yeah.
talking to our friend about it, our friend Johnny about it, and I was telling him, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
these guys are both delusional because Angelo beat the brakes off Tremaine. No disrespect to Tremaine, but I thought he beat the brakes off Tremaine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was ready for he was fighting on the same card as me. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't know that, but he was the co-main event. He was in shape. He was ready to go a 12-round fight. So him saying that, and it's not like he gassed out in the seventh round or in the eighth round. He gassed out in the second round or in the fourth round. When those body shots start taking a toll, like in the fourth, third round. I felt him slowing down in the first round.
yeah,
Even though it didn't look like it, I could. When you're in the ring with someone, you could feel him, you could hear him, and I felt like he was slowing down from the very first round. I knew he was mine.
yeah. And you were handing out what I like to call rib dinners. You know, he would rib dinners here, rib dinners here. He didn't
Yeah, baby back
he couldn't
ribs.
handle
Yeah,
them. So I
yeah.
don't like that. I don't like that because like I like Tremaine Williams. I'm a Tremaine Williams fan. Like I'm a fan of
Mhm.
yours, but like Tremaine Williams, he was silent as a church mouse from between your fight and your fight with him and the Fulton fight. He didn't say anything, and then all of a sudden, He want to talk about boxing all of a sudden. It was just it left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, that's how they are. You get a lot of haters like that, and he just seen that that I lost that, and that he's feeling regret. He's feeling a lot of regret that he didn't come in to win a world title. You know.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, you only get so many chances to make something of yourself in boxing, and if he didn't take his, that's on him. He can't take credit for a Fulton victory. I hate when fighters do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, man. So like with you, right? Like from your perspective, right, about yourself, I wanted to ask you,
Mhm.
what do you believe makes you a special fighter? Like what are the attributes that make Angelo stand out from the rest of the fighters in this weight class?
I believe what makes me special would have to be, my work ethic. My work ethic. I have a lot of heart and my intelligence. My love for the game. My boxing IQ. I've been studying boxing ever since ever since I was young. It was a passion. It still is a passion. And I have a love for it for forever. And with that being said, I think that's what carried me to where I am now.
Yeah.
It's just the love of the sport, my work ethic, and my heart.
Yeah, I know your love for boxing to be very true because I know sometimes I'll post like clips of old fights on Instagram on my stories and you'll see it
Mhm.
and you'll message me and we'll start talking about old fights and I know with a lot of fighters in boxing I can't do that, like I can't talk to most fighters about Alex Arguello versus Ruben Olivares. They're like, who's that?
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. I used to watch all those fights when I was younger. Ruben Olivares, Alex Arguello, Jose Napoles, um, you name them. I was watching them all. All the fighters from the '80s, '70s, all those great fighters back in the day. I used to all watch them. I
Yeah.
studied a lot of Julio Cesar Chavez too. Roberto Duran and Julio Cesar Chavez are my two favorite fighters, and I studied them a lot.
And you should be, those are two of the all-time greats of pressure fighting and just punishing opponents and that's what you like to do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I asked you about this one. I don't know if I asked you about this the last time I interviewed you, but
Mm.
um when you sparred Murodjon Akhmadaliev, what do you remember about that sparring session?
When I sparred him, it was they had been talking about him for a while.
Yeah,
I had heard about him in the gym. People were telling me, "Oh yeah, there's this guy. He's 126 Olympian, and he's dropping fighters, he's dropping sparring partners and all that." And I was like, "Okay, okay." Like naturally, you want some of that. I'm like, "All right, all right." And I seen him in the gym. He came into Florida, and he trained, and I trained, but we didn't spar. And then someone called my dad and told him if we could spar on Saturday at Johnny Toko's gym. So we went to Johnny Toko's gym, and we got some sparring in. Well, he sparred 3 rounds with my buddy Joseph Macedo,
yeah.
and he did three
Bandito.
rounds with him. Bandito, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. He did 3 rounds with Bandito, and then he jumped in there with me, and he seemed a little tired from the third round, and it was only 3 rounds. I didn't think he was gonna be that tired, but he was pretty winded. Um, but I didn't see he likes to feint a lot. He likes to throw. He likes to do like little jittery movements and all
Yeah.
that, and likes to feint and try to make you hesitate. I've seen that in but I slowed him down with body shots. I don't know if you've seen the
Oh, I
sparring.
watched it. No, that's what I'm asking. I watched the sparring session a couple times. So
Yeah, yeah. So I slowed him down with some body shots, and his go-to is his left hand. He has a pretty strong left hand. I'm not gonna lie. You could definitely feel it, but it's nothing. There's definitely remedies to that. How to get past all that, and I think we got the remedy for that.
yeah, so that could be a future fight because I mean I'm not sure. I checked before we started the interview. I was checking the rankings. I don't know if you're ranked. Are you ranked in any of the sanctioning bodies that he's on? That he has a title for?
Uh, I'm not too sure. I haven't checked
He's the
recently.
IBF. I got it right here. He's the IBF champion. You're not. top 15 in the IBF, and he's the WBA champion, and you're not currently top 15 in the WBA, but you are eighth in the WBC. So
Eighth in the WBC.
yeah. So maybe a
Okay.
fight with Lewis Netty in the future.
Yeah, yeah. If I think he's fighting Brandon Figueroa, right?
Yep, or maybe him. Yeah, maybe Figueroa if he wins. If he wins the
Yeah.
fight.
So yeah, either Luis Neri or Brandon Figueroa could possibly be fighting.
Yeah, so hey, there's still some good matchups out there for Angelo, man. Y'all need to start
Definitely,
writing them off.
definitely. The fight with Fulton was definitely a fight of the year candidate, like they were saying. So, I'm still in the mix. I didn't go out. I went out swinging. I didn't go out knocked out or stopped or anything like that.
What do you think? Like when you were in there with Fulton, what surprised you most by what he was doing? Like,
Uh, the most that he surprised me was probably he wasn't boxing as much as I thought he would.
so probably the
Yeah, I
fact that
thought he
he
was
was
gonna box
aggressive.
more. Yeah, probably staying there, fighting in close. I didn't think he was gonna fight in close like we thought he was not gonna do. We thought he's gonna box a little bit more, but he fought in close. He fought pretty close, and at a side. He was at a side angle, and so yeah, that was probably the most that surprised me about him.
Okay, yeah, because I was surprised because I was like, I never knew him as a guy to go on there and close the gap and go chest to chest with someone. I'm like, he's not gonna do that. Angelo, that's stupid. But
Yeah,
he made it work for him. He made it work for him, and that's the
yeah, he
beauty of
did. He
boxing.
did.
That's the beauty of boxing. We could all have our opinions of the fight, and we get surprised on fight night. That's why I watch the fights.
Right, right.
Yeah, man. But with you being a student of the game, I gotta pick your brain about some of these upcoming fights. It's only right that I do that. Um,
Definitely, definitely.
so this weekend, obviously, is the big one. It's the big one in the low weight classes.
Yeah,
You got
right,
Charlatito
right,
taking on Guy Estrada. So like, what do you
right.
make of that, and who are you favoring?
Ooh, okay, okay. So that's a tough one, because um, Gallo is the younger fighter, right?
Yep.
He's a younger fighter. Chocolatito seems to be. He seems like he's resurrected his career, but I don't. I think that it's Gallo's time. Honestly, I think Gallo's got the abilities now and the experience, and he's probably learned a lot from the Chocolatito fight. So,
Mm.
damn, it's a tough one, because Chocolatito, he's no pushover.
No,
He beat him the first time.
yeah.
He beat him the first time, but Gallo has probably learned. I think Gallo was 22 at the time, so he's probably learned a lot from that fight. And it's a definitely 50-50 fight, I think. In my eyes, it's a 50-50.
Yeah. One popular line of thought that I keep hearing from people that are picking Guile is that when he fought Cholatito the first time, he had to come down a weight class. So like I believe when he fought him, he was fighting at 112, but he came down to 108 to fight Cholatito, and that had an effect on him in the fight. That's people who are for Guile would say. Um, I'm of the mindset that I don't think it matters what weight they fight at. I don't think stylistically he could beat Cholatito because he doesn't have. I think to beat Cholatito, you got to back him up for like a long period of time. Um,
Right.
I
Kind of
don't.
like what a Sora
Rungvisai,
Rungvisai
yeah,
did.
that's it. He's the only guy that's done that in the professional ranks. Nobody else that's fought Cholatito has been able to do that.
Right, right. I think the only one that gave him a pretty good fight was what was his name? Carlos Quadras.
Quadras, yeah.
Yeah, Quadras. Yeah, he gave him a pretty good fight.
I
But
mean, he
I think
was
Chocolatito was
when they
150.
fought. Quadras was an undefeated he was an undefeated champion. The number one guy in the weight class at the time. So
Uh-huh. Yeah.
we'll see, man. I mean,
But
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
I
it's
got
gonna be a good
Cholatito.
fight.
I got Cholatito.
Chocolatito. Yeah, yeah. I know you're a big Chocolatito fan.
Well,
And you know
it's
what?
not it's not even that I'm just a fan of his. I just think I just see some things technically with Gaio that I think Charlo's gonna capitalize on fight night.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what?
it's tough.
Go
It's
ahead.
tough to see because I haven't seen Gallo fight in quite a while, so I can't really say too much. I think the last time I seen him fight was when he fought I seen the rematch with Sorong Visai,
Okay, that
and
was that was
he got he,
That was 2019. That was like April
2 years
or May
ago.
of 2019. Yeah. So
Yeah, like two
he's
years
had like
ago.
2 fights
So
since then, 2 or 3 fights.
yeah, yeah, I haven't seen any of his recent fights, but he dominated Sorin Visai pretty good.
Yeah, he put it on.
But
It was a masterclass.
so did Chocolatito look pretty good in his fight against who was the WBA champion that he had.
Calify, Calify.
Calify, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good against Calify.
Oh,
It looked like he resurrected.
he looked sensational. I was there ringside. I covered that fight. That was
Oh,
crazy
you
great.
seen that fight?
I was
You
there.
seen that fight live, huh?
I was there.
Damn, that's crazy.
It was one of the yeah. I'm going to this fight actually. I'll be at the Cholatito Estrada fight. That's why I'm so excited for it. Like
Okay, in Dallas, huh?
Dallas. Yeah,
In
I'm
Dallas?
in Dallas right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, man.
I think I seen your story. I think I seen your story.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah, yeah,
Dallas
yeah,
right now, man.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking
Definitely,
forward to
definitely.
it. Winner of that fight is the man at 115. So it's gonna be something special.
Definitely. And then who's Ancajas, right? Is the IBF champion?
He's like the forgotten guy. Like everybody talks about like Cholatito and Estrada, but yeah, he's the IBF champion, and he's actually
Yeah.
the longest reigning champion in the division. But like he's like the oddball out. Nobody's wanting to fight him.
Yeah, Ancajas is nice. He's nice with it too. I've seen him fight a couple times.
I wish he get a big fight, man. Like because see a southpaw with punching power on both hands. He's really fun to watch.
Yeah. Him and Sorin Visai should go at it. That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, either that or if Julio Cesar Martinez moves up next year, make that fight happen. That'd be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Well, that fight.
Yeah, he's a good one too.
Who Martinez? You like him?
Yeah. I seen the highlights of him fight, but I haven't really seen the whole fight. He's just a come forward brawler, right?
Yeah, I feel like if you watch him fight, you're gonna fall in love with him, man. Because he's like I call him the combo kid because he's just throwing all these crazy combinations and he's coming forward and he actually does have some boxing skills. So like he can step to the side and fight at angles too. But really, he likes to come forward. That's his thing. He's like an Azteca Mexican warrior. That's his thing, man.
Yeah. So is what's that the lightweight that's from Mexico?
The lightweight. What's his name?
Yeah. Cruz, Isaac.
Isaac Cruz. There you go.
Yeah. He's nice with it too. He's nice with it. He's fighting this weekend as well.
Yeah, he's on the Benavidez card.
Yeah, he's for a co-feature.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was there when he knocked out Magdalena. I was there. I saw that. I was there.
Oh yeah, he's like a mini Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah, bro. He just comes right at you.
Yeah, he didn't waste no time for that fight.
And you shouldn't.
No
you don't get paid overtime, so why waste time?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Still get paid the same.
You get paid the same, man. I know the big fight that just got made recently was Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez, and that's like the talk of the town right now. What do you make of that fight?
Honestly, I never seen Josh Taylor fight.
You haven't?
No, I haven't seen.
You missing out. Fight. You're missing out, man.
Yeah, you know, Johnny had told me that I just talked to Johnny yesterday and I asked him about Josh Taylor. He's like, yeah, he's nice with it. He's nice.
The best fighter.
Like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, he put it on Regis. I know he beat Regis. So to beat Regis, you got to be good because Regis is no joke. And but I haven't really seen him fight, to be honest.
Oh, this guy.
I've heard of him. I think I've seen highlights of him, but I haven't seen him fight like that.
This guy, Josh Taylor, man, I'll tell you, I've been watching him a little bit longer than most people because the first time I saw him fight was the James DeGale Badu Jack undercard. I didn't know who he was. He fought some random guy on the card. I'm like, who's this white guy? Who's this white guy at the southpaw? He was all slick and he had all this movement and stuff. And I followed him since then, and I've seen him win fights all kinds of different ways. I've seen him win fights outboxing people. I've seen him win fights slugging it out. I've seen him win fights on the back foot. I've seen him win dog fights. I mean, he's to me, he's proven himself to be a complete fighter. Probably the best fighter from that side of the pond, and one of the best in the world.
Definitely. I'll have to check him out. You know what?
Check him out.
I'll probably do that after this. But
watch.
I know Ramirez. I've seen Ramirez fight a couple of times, and Ramirez is he's a dog in there. You know, he'll go in there and he'll fight. So, with that being said, I think it's not going to be an easy fight for both of them. It's going to be a tough fight. Probably be close, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. I'm going with Taylor. I think Taylor's. I think he's gonna get it done.
Taylor, okay.
I've always I've always rated him highly because I remember when I saw that one random fight, I followed him since then, and I remember
Yeah.
before the tournament that he won, I was like, yeah, this
Mhm.
guy's gonna win the tournament. Everybody's like, nah, man, he's a hype job. I'm like, no, he's not. You're gonna see this guy's got punch power in both hands. He's tall,
Yeah.
he's lanky, he's really really fast. You
Yeah.
guys will see, and then yeah, he won the tournament. So I'm a big believer in Josh Taylor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. But Angelo, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Anything you want to get across? Any message to the boxing world you want to get across before we end the interview?
Yeah, I want to, thank everyone for tuning in. For my last fight. I know I didn't get the win. But the next time around, I'll promise, you guys, I'll put on a great performance and I'll get that W for sure. And there's more to come. There's more to come. Still not, my full. I still haven't reached like my fullest potential. So I'm gonna show everyone my next fight. That what I got, and I'm excited to get back in that ring. I've been itching to get back, and tune in this summer. I believe this summer I'll be fighting once again.
Okay. He said he's itching. He said I promise you. He said he's coming.
Yeah, yeah, you know it. Man of my word.
All right, man. Well, Angelo Leo, it's a pleasure as always. One of boxing's true warriors. Thank you for talking to True School Sportsman. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.